take us back to tell us the story about the relapse that put you in this position and the story that you share with people to hopefully stop them from touching it one more time.
All right. So, I don't know. I was in my I've been in probably 40 rehabs at least. That's just me probably lowballing it. I was getting out of a rehab on my way to go to another one sober, and I talked my way into going home to Poughkeepsie for the weekend. I wasn't home for years, a while, just because my mom really wouldn't allow me to stay home for that long because I would get mixed up with the same friends. And, without knowing it in my head, I already had a reservation to get high in between those two rehabs, just that short thing, because I was going for a colonoscopy out of anything. That's what I went home for. And, yeah.
That's a wild home visit.
I've been dealing with a lot of colon stuff now. Like I said, the fingers, the gloves, the nonsense. I just hate looking at it. But the night before my colonoscopy, man, I relapsed the day before on some Molly, and you always find your way back to your drug of choice.
And you said you planned on relapsing?
Well, it's called a reservation, which you don't even know you're doing it, but you're planning it already because I'm setting it up.
Walk us through that.
Yeah, like in my head, I'm so used to talking my way through everything in rehabs and not being real with any counselor, therapist, anything, just trying to have fun while I'm there and just just bull out like I would anywhere with people, and never took it as serious as I should have. And the reservation, what I meant by that is I'm doing something without even knowing why I'm doing it. I'm setting up myself to go home because I know I'm going to have that weak chance in between the rehabs to get high. And I didn't even know that was coming. I had that reservation, man, because I was just coming. I was only 30 days off it, and for some reason, I was, you want that feeling just one more time, just that one more time. It hits you every time. And, my one more time led me to my upstairs bathroom, where I, hung up the phone with my girl. I told her I'll call her right back. And I went in the bathroom and put that. Can I be vulgar?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah, I put that.
Keep it raw, bro.
I'll keep it raw. I remember this vein right here. I put a needle into it, mixed with cocaine and heroin, and fentanyl. I'm sorry, there's no heroin around here anymore.
It's true.
And booted it, and woke up about 3-4 hours later. Man, I was against the wall, either this way, this way. Leaning against it, and my leg right here was just slowly sliding off the toilet because addicts love going to the bathroom. It's a private spot to get high, man. That's our spot, man, anywhere. That's why in the hood you can never get in the bathroom. that's really, and I was in there, and thank God my stepdad came in there in the morning. Thank God I had a colonoscopy at 7 because if I was there, I fell out, kind of like overdose, but a fall out because I woke up without Narcan. But I was overdosed because I still needed Narcan.
Mm-hmm. So you took the shot, and then you
drifted off. That's all. The last thing I remember was mixing up the shot, hit it, and then I guess I fell against the wall, fell out for a minute, and woke up 3-4 hours later, paralyzed. Just like I said, this arm right here, swinging in between the toilet and the wall, man, and all I could see was that. Pray for me. I swear to God, man. And I'll tell you something real about this tattoo before I even tell you about that. When I was getting this tattoo, I was thinking, man, I was on the phone right here on a trap phone in South Florida, scamming somebody for money while I'm getting this tattoo, asking. And I looked at it, I said, damn, I'm getting this shit while I'm scamming someone for money right now. Who the fuck, just this is going to hurt me in the future. And my God, man, that was me foreshadowing the fact that,
God damn.
Right? Isn't that
That's
raw?
Wow. Movie
I've
shit,
never
bro.
told anyone that shit. And I was getting on the phone, getting this done, trap phone, trying to bang a couple thousand. Yeah, woke up with this arm swinging in between the walls, stared at it for 2 or 3 hours, trying to move it. Couldn't move shit. It was just all I could move was my right shoulder swaying it. And that's happened many a times to me before, believe it or not, just not as serious, where I wake up and my limbs don't work because they were in a weird position or something like that. And that's how deep my addiction was.
So the reason your arm is hanging below you and you can't move is because, from my memory, your neck was pinched and it caused what?
I think they call it a compromised position for too long, and it cut off the circulation of one side of my neck to my body. That's why I ended up with the injury from it, my C2, which is way up there, to my C7. So your C1's your brain. I was right off from that, and when I woke up, and the ambulance treated me like shit, the people, honestly, because I was a drug addict. They thought it was just another overdose, and I got to the hospital. I sat there for 8 hours before I got an MRI, and I was just paralyzed, just looking at my mom, just with this oxygen mask on, just like, am I gonna be all right? Am I just I'm saying it? Next thing I know, I'm in a helicopter and waking up with a damn thing in my throat, can't talk, hallucinated for a week in ICU, man.
Where'd they fly you to?
Westchester.
Wait, hallucinated for a week in ICU. Why?
Don't know why. Because I guess it's because I guess they call it ICU hallucinations with some injuries, man. But they were in my neck doing surgery, like right next to my brain. So I mean, I woke up, but I wasn't up. Like I was literally hallucinating for a week. I saw some crazy shit that I can never take out of my head. If I could try to explain it, it'd be too long to you, but I can never take.
Is there anything in there that you thought had some meaning that you think you could share?
Yeah, actually there is. I remember I thought I was hanging from a tire swing. I know it sounds ridiculous, but stuck in a garage with a doctor and people that were like I was in a halfway house for people that were injured that couldn't move, and people were fucking around with me, treat me like the new kid, and in a halfway, just like you're a new kid in prison or something like that. And through the garage doors, I could see my family members coming, and mirages of them coming to come see me. And I thought they were walking into a trap, a death trap. And I was trying to have them not come in. I couldn't speak, couldn't move. And I even saw my dog dead on the ground, then wake up and just start running. It was some weird ass shit. I don't even know what that means, but it was but I was ready to take the hit for my family. I was like, don't come in here, I'll die. I saw my sister, I saw her boyfriend, I saw my mom, I saw my stepdad, who's my father, and I saw my dog, man. And I just saw reality. It's just I kept seeing them in different circumstances to where I couldn't even reach them. It was really weird, man, really fucking weird. And when I woke up, man, the simplest thing I wanted, couldn't even drink for a month and a week, no water, nothing. Pretty much been losing my family at the same time as protecting them. And it was also me seeing that that's all I really have in life. There's a lot of people that came to the hospital and stuff like that, but family is so important because I've been stuck in situations where I've been fighting with my family at home and they, whatever. My mom's stern, everyone's tough, and they've left me in that situation. And I've dropped my phone and dropped stuff on the ground. And you know what? I look at that shit when it's on the goddamn ground. And I can't get it. And I get so fucking mad. Can't even leave and go anywhere on my own. I gotta scoot around this bad boy. Or this is my only transportation, man. It is nuts, dude. It really is crazy. Especially when you look at it like that. When shit happens that you just can't, now I can't, say it was my water bottle, I was thirsty. Or if I have to go to the bathroom, I have to pee, I need somebody there. And it's a blessing to have my family there. That's what I saw a lot in my hallucinations with. It's them getting hurt too. Yeah. And it was raw. Everything's raw. Every day is raw. Every moment, and I wish I could talk and say that every day and explain it to someone new every day that needs to hear that, because I am the example, but I hope I can, live a happy and purposeful life, after this. And that's really my goal. That's why I love being linked with you guys, man. You guys are always positive, always on a good vibe. As soon as I walked in here, the first time getting me on here, and this type of shit right here, I love. This is cool, man.
Well, we love having you on. And
Yeah,
I think you have a very special personality. And I think that in time, when you figure it out on your own, that you are going to serve a large purpose in helping other people and preventing them from getting in your situation. And I think that's a noble cause that you can get behind. And I think if you are going to start a channel or do any speaking, it should have something raw in it.
100%.
Yeah, don't water it down, dude.
Yeah.
Keep it real.
I
It
can't.
should be
People
called
love
raw.
the raw
like,
shit.
Yeah.
like your just raw experience or the raw truth or something. And do that.
Yeah.
I would love to see you doing that. And I think it would help a lot of people, man.
We're gonna help you take it there, JJ, for sure.
I appreciate you guys with that. Yeah, so I reached out to you, man. I'm ready to deliver the rawness, and I'm that type of person anyway. Like, I always took everything to the extreme. I'm not gonna not take this to the extreme. I'm not gonna sugarcoat an addiction, man. Like, my shit was real. 13 years of hell, in the trenches. I never thought I could be in another deeper trench, and this is it. And if I can bounce out of this and when I bounce out of this,
There you go.
and have a purpose, it's gonna be a good life, man. And that's all I can ask for. I lived 2 lives. I did a lot of shit till I was 29. I was out there. I lived in South Florida. I lived in Philadelphia. I lived in New Jersey. Through halfway houses and rehabs, but
Right.
I was still there, present, near Miami, all that. And I had a life in high school, that, and just my life turned down to 13 years of drugs. It was fun at first. The end sucked, but everything I did was always to the fullest. And I'm going to take this shit to the fullest too. Man.
Good.
You live more life in 29 years than most people probably lived in all their life. In 100 years,
I think once you
I think so.
figure out your outreach, your life is going to be much more fulfilling than it ever was.